Hello YouTube, welcome back to Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today I want to show you guys a fix that will save you some money. Let's say you're working on your lawnmower motor and you find that your crankcase ventilation tube to the breather is all cracked up. Well, that's what the case is here. We have a breather tube that I can't even find on eBay, and it's got a few issues where it feels soft, it almost feels new, but there's cracks in it, and they're focused more from here in the bend down. So this is the major part that we need to keep. So we're going to make this one work, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So basically what I have here is I have a crack right there in the corner that's allowing air to be sucked, and it's cracked right here. Well, from here down is no good. So what we're going to do is pan you down here and show you how we're going to fix this. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is establish that it's pretty straight, but I want to make sure that the distance from here to here is exactly the same. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pin here and I'm going to draw this. On this piece of paper, cardboard. And we're just going to get an outline of it. Alright, that's for future purposes. So then, since all this up here is good, we're going to take and cut that right where we need it to be. So let's see, it's okay if it bends a little bit when you go to put it on there. It don't have to be exactly the same, but it has to be close enough that the hose will bend and won't be under a lot of stress. But we want to try to keep as much of this straight part as possible. So we're still going to be into the bend, but the worst thing can happen is that we're going to have a clamp to put on it, or a zip tie. We can put a zip tie around it. But I found this fitting, and we're going to try to cut this across here and see if we can save as much of this good as we can. So I'm just going to take and find out where that rip stops, and that's where we're going to cut it. Right there, just like that. Alright, so then we're going to stick this in there, and it's a pretty good fit. And then we're going to turn that around. Now it's a little off, but like I said, this hose will flex a little bit because this is air hose that we're going to use. It's I think 3/8 air hose, and we're going to stick that on there just like that. Of course, I'm going to take my lighter here if the fan don't bother with me. We'll turn that fan off. We're going to take our lighter and we're just going to melt those edges, the white part, so it don't look so like that all frayed out. It looks pretty straight. And then we're going to cut that to length. And that fits pretty snug too. So see how far we're off right there? Well, this tube will flex enough to go where I need it to go and not cause too much of a bind. So, you know, we can just take the heat gun and warm that up a little bit and loosen it up and then hold it in that position wherever we want it and make that work. So now we want to get our length, but remember we got to try to make this flex. So we're going to make it just a hair longer. And I got a knife here. I got my pocket knife. Trusty pocket knife, man. Redneck's tool. So we'll just take and cut this off. And yeah, it's a little dull. Don't you guys be telling nobody that I have a dull knife. Now I cut that thing off of the pile, or the hose, just fine. So then we'll take our lighter, and if you see the frayness of it, and while it's hot, just kind of knock it down there and it just melts it. So now we got a tube custom made that we can use on our lawnmower. So there you have it. And it's flexible in any way. So this shear can turn any way it wants. And then I don't think we even have to put a zip tie on it. I may put it on there, I may not. It doesn't really need it because that fits pretty tight on there. And I mean, it's not that much pressure on this to begin with. It's just a breather tube. So I think that'll work. It'll keep debris out of the hose. And we took a broken one that had cracks in it, as you can see. And then there was one right here. Well, it's all the way up, as you can see. So this here was furthest away from the motor, so it really didn't dry rot. And that's what that is. That's heat rot. That's from where it heated up and just crystallized the rubber. So this here will last for a pretty good time until I can find one for it. And that'll work. So the moral of the story is I hope this works for you. So, I mean, you can do any hose like that. Don't matter what shape it is. Just have to use different fittings. Some of them's really some strange looking ones. So this one just happened to be a good 90-degree angles, and that's it. And it didn't have no funky designs. So anyway, hope y'all got something out of this. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.